Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, giving you the truth. Finna get started working. Gonna grab me some breakfast. I got a couple videos coming today. Y'all know I don't go as hard on Saturdays because I spend a lot of this Saturday working. So I want to talk about ways you can give yourself an advantage over people in these last days. Now, y'all notice the videos that are promoted that has the most views? You tell me that a lot of the videos of substance where you gonna learn are on the same level as these meme videos, these comedy and fart videos. They're not. They're not. That's why you don't necessarily go by views. Go by what you need to learn about, what you want to hear. And if you see something, you like the topic, just watch it and hit the like button just in case the people who work for YouTube don't like that person and are hiding their videos in different files and so on and so forth. But we're going to talk about some things you can do to give yourself an advantage and have peace of mind when you got to work with people who don't like you, deal with people who don't like you, so on and so forth. Y'all know that one of the most important things from an earthly standpoint is money. Money. Health, money. We're not talking about the spirit. We're not talking about, of course, I already told y'all what to do in terms of the Most High. We talking now in terms of putting yourself in an advantageous spot in dealing with people. Putting yourself in an advantageous spot. Now, we already talked about relationships, how you never move in with a woman. And even if you practice polygyny, you got concubine, don't move them in your house. Let them establish themselves firmly and 100% before you share your dwelling place with them. And you make it known. You make it known. And also, when you're dealing with these women, if they good to you, you be good to them and a little better. A little better. Because that's one thing that'll give you an advantage if something goes wrong, if you get sick, or this, that, and the other. A woman that's not mentally sick herself or evil, like an evil person, they're going to look out for you in your time of need if you ever have a need. So if somebody's good to you, be a little better. Matter of fact, even if they ain't, you should treat them a little better than they treat you, but don't give them your best. Don't give nobody your best that's not giving you their best. So the first thing I want to talk about is saving money. Saving money. Now, if you live around people that don't got that much money, and you start doing this the way we talk about on my channel, you don't want to really tell people what you have, and you don't want to tell if you in a marriage that's going bad, that might end in divorce, might end in separation. Don't tell your wife everything you have. Forget about it. And when she started talking about honesty and trust, be like, stop it. Just stop it. And bring up something that she does that's an act of betrayal. See, sometimes you have to. You got to bring up what people do. You got to bring up what people say. Like, don't let nobody twist the Bible over your head and how you thinking that you have to deal with them and they not doing right by you. The Most High never taught that. And anybody who believes that, they don't know him, because if that was the case, then everybody would go to heaven then. If that was the case. People be manipulating people. So the first thing, you want to build yourself an income. Like I said, from now on, if I work any job, or even my work, my self-employment, I got to pay myself first. Gotta pay myself first. You want to make enough to pay all of your bills, but you gotta pay yourself first regardless, because you gotta have the money to go to a hotel if needed, to go and have an interview out of state if needed, to go and move away from sex withholding evil women. You gotta have the resources to do it, because you hurting your own health if you forced to deal with people that's not with you. Whether it's a job, whether it's like even your job, I don't care how much it pays. If it gets to that point, you should already have money saved up where you don't have to just stay there. You can test out another place, and if that don't work, you can test out another place until you find a place that's suitable for you. You say, "Oh, you ain't being thick-skinned." Listen, man. Are you gonna invite the devil over to your house for dinner? I think not. So what are people talking about with that goofy stuff? People was telling me that I ain't gonna let nobody, one of the supervisors I used to talk to, he said, I ain't gonna let nobody take my job. Have you not been paying attention? The whole time I done had side hustles. I don't need your job. They was giving me unfair evaluations. They was in the office talking behind my back. They was nitpicking. Listen, man. Sometimes you have to show favoritism. That's just the way it is. You don't treat Tom Brady like the rookie you drafted in the 7th round. You might be being fair, but all fairness is not reasonable. When people earn their stripes, you treat them like they got stripes. People don't understand this. You basically let the new person, who ain't never dealt with juveniles from that level, undermine everything that I knew worked in dealing with juvenile, and then wasn't saying nothing to her, and thought I was gonna keep going along with that. I'm not bitter at all. I forgive, but I ain't gonna forget. That's why we talking about it. It's an example of what we talking about. Never put yourself in a position with a job that you don't like where you have to stay there. So when you first start a job, let's say you don't have a car note, you don't have a mortgage, you gotta be real careful what you do with your money when you work in that job you don't like, that you're not comfortable. You're not comfortable there. You should be comfortable at your job. People should acknowledge your strengths and constructively criticize your weakness. One of the problems with these jobs is they won't show you what you're doing right. They'll base everything on how much they like you. And a lot of it's really whether or not you kissing up to them. A lot of it, they go by that. How much you kiss up. Cause see, y'all ever notice how a lot of times the managers, the supervisors, be people who kissed up themselves and who think people supposed to kiss up to them. I don't know why it work all like that, but it be working like that a lot. People be expecting people to kiss up to them. And when they don't, they nitpick, they target them, they unfairly treat them. So you gotta build that nest. You gotta have that money that you gonna save, that you not gonna touch. Your emergency fund is for emergencies. And having to leave a bad job is an emergency. Like if it get to that point, don't keep going there. Have enough money. In fact, let's say your goal, one of your long-term goals should be whatever you make per year, to have that in your bank where you could just draw it out. Even if you gotta take a briefcase in there where you could draw out the amount that you make a year. So let's say you make $45,000. That should be your goal, to have $45,000 in a bank or a safe somewhere. That should be your goal. I mean, because think about it, man. You got 45 G's, right? Let's say you want to move. Let's say you live in a crime-infested city like Milwaukee, right? Like rude people. And listen, people can be rude. As long as I don't have to deal with you up close and personal on a regular basis, you'll be easy to ignore. But it gets a little harder to ignore when you got to see these people on a regular basis, deal with them on a regular basis. They stabbing you in the back. They telling stuff that don't need to be told in the office. They turning other people against you. That's childish, man. These dudes be swearing they urban and hood, but they act like female. You trying to turn the women on the job against one of your coworkers. You like a trans. You got both. You got a lot of these dudes be having mustache and beard, but it's like they got a VAG on the inside of they nuts. So you got to plan against these. Stack that money. Stack that money. That's the first thing. Stack. Like, let's say I start a job. Say I start a job. That first check, the whole check, going in the bank. I don't care what my kids need. I don't care what any particular woman in my life would need. That whole check is getting put up and it ain't getting touched. And if I could do that with the second one too, I'm gonna do that with the second one too. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be all right. But them first two, the whole thing is gone. It's gone. Other than stuff like gas in your car, if you got to use that money, gas in your car, gone. So if I make $1,500 in a week or a 2-week period, that $1,500 is getting put up. Because I just don't believe in just dealing with toxic. Eventually, I'm gonna be out the picture. If you against me or you toxic, I don't care who you is, eventually I'm gonna be out the picture. Now, you first start being that way, it's time to improve it. I'm a forgiving person. But you do this for long term, I'm not gonna deal with you, because see, now you testing my gangster. Now you testing my masculinity, my temperament. It's almost like you trying to start a fight or something. If you pushing my buttons to that point. So it's gonna come a point in time where for me to maintain my freedom and lifestyle, I'm gonna have to get rid of your toxic ass. Excuse me for spelling it. Nothing is worth that. No woman, no job, even cars. Like your car just keep you fixing it and like it's just not right. Eventually you gonna have to get another car. That which brings me to my next thing. Don't never have one of anything. Never have one of anything on the earth. The only thing I could see having one of is like if you decide to have only one kid and one God. But anything else, do not have one. You get a job, I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. Do something on the side that could possibly contribute to your funds. And you ain't got to tell nobody if you're dealing with extravagant friends and you trying to do a paper route on the sneak or something that's like beneath you to have a secondary income. You ain't got to report to these people. Who is they? Which brings me to my next thing. Never give people the type of credit where you need their opinion on everything. Nobody. Not your parents, not your girlfriend, your wife, not your brothers and sisters. Nobody should have that kind of power but the Most High. You shouldn't respect nobody more than God. And in fact, if you're not talking to God, how are you talking to people? You say, I don't believe in God. Listen, I can't help you then. Why are you watching my video? I mean, I can, but I kind of can't. Like, in terms of the practical stuff, maybe. But if, like, it's going to be hard for an atheist to watch my videos. Because atheist is blue pill out the gate. If you're an atheist, you're not red pill. And I say this to every YouTuber. If you are atheist, you're not red pill. You blue pill. You might as well be a simp. Nothing against them. They got a right to choose. But from a logical, reality, truth standpoint, that's what it is. We'll probably come back to this. I know y'all act like y'all can't watch long videos. But that, you got to stack your money against possible recession. People say, oh, we in a recession. Don't listen to that. Make money and build money and build your empire like there is no recession. Then if it happens, you already ready for it. If divorce happens, you already ready for it. If you get laid off or your boss is an idiot, you already ready for it. So you do things, the things I mentioned in this video, stop trusting people like that. Everybody should be guilty until proven innocent. Disloyal in your mind until they prove their loyalty. Don't stop giving people credit they don't deserve. And like I said, you say you believe in God. How are you talking to these people, but not him? At least sometimes. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. We got maybe one or two more things we're going to talk about today. Everything else we're going to talk about next week. Hit the like button. Share this video. Comment. I want to thank all of y'all that's been commenting. Keep commenting. Hit the like button. Share. When you share it, tell them to hit the like button or the dislike button. Because we live in a world where the majority of people are idiots, morons, scumbags, because they don't learn. What did he say? My people perish for the lack of knowledge. They won't learn. They're not willing to learn. They want to keep life basic. Sports team. That's why your sports team getting whooped on a lot of the times. That's why no team just dominates. Because y'all be idolizing them. So think about the stuff I said in this video. And I'll see you on the next one.